to controlling your anger. Someone decided to call and completely took me off my live. Hopefully it doesn't happen again because I don't have the microphone. It's right there, but it's not hooked up. And to get this done in time, not gonna work out that way. So how can I do this? Oh, there we go, perfect. So if you see people walk through, again, that fucking thing gets me still. And we're gonna talk about controlling your anger, okay? For the past, I'd say 3 some odd weeks, I want to kill people, I want to punch people, I want to yell at people. Not anyone in my proximity, just random people in the streets, the construction guys outside. They're driving me nuts. There's 1,000 pickup trucks lined up everywhere. They block me in. The HOAs, or the people that are responsible for taking care of our property, they also do not answer back, and the pool's been closed for the past fucking like 2 months already, and I couldn't even enjoy the end of the summer to go in the pool because these assholes never gave us a reason why it's closed. So of course I write a letter, and then I call multiple times and no one fucking gets back to me. Finally someone does, and they give me this generic, like, oh, I'm so sorry you feel that way. I'll contact your manager of your property as soon as possible. Shut up, you didn't do anything. So I reply back, thank you for your shitty generic letter. I do appreciate a phone call back, since I do fucking call you every single day, right? No one's gonna fucking call me, so it doesn't matter. Anyway, control your anger, right? So I Googled it. And how do you do it? First off, before we get through, I did talk to my therapist. So I definitely feel better when I talk to my therapist on Sunday or Saturday. Saturday. And I feel better, but, you know, I'm still a little off the loose. And at the end of this, I'm going to tell you a little story that made me cry in regards to my anger. And I might cry probably during it. Anyway, let's go to what Google says. Google says, number 1, think before you speak. In the heat of the moment, it's easy to say something you'll later regret. No shit. Isn't that everything? Even when I'm sad, I still have to like think about what I'm going to say, because if I say what I'm actually thinking, most people aren't going to like what I'm going to say anyway. Once you're calm, express your concerns. Once you're calm, express your concerns. That's exciting. That's so exciting. Once you're calm. So I haven't been calm in 3 weeks. So you're just going to wait for me to express my concern? I don't know about that. Get some exercise. I think that helps. That's for sure. Take a time out. What am I, sage? Even sage doesn't take time out. So I'm going to take a time out. I get it though. Let's see what else they got. Identify possible solutions. Yeah, kill people. That's pretty simple. Stick with I statements. What's that mean? See, now that got me. Don't hold a grudge. Impossible when people are fucking idiots. Use humor to release tension. That I definitely do. For sure. That's what I do for sure. Let's see. What causes anger issues? Many things can trigger anger, including stress, family problems, financial issues. For some people, anger is caused by an underlying disorder, such as alcoholism or depression. Interesting. Anger itself isn't a concern disorder, but anger is known symptom of several mental conditions. That's why I feel like I'm angry now. I feel like this is a phase of something. I'm not getting much sleep lately. I fall asleep for like a second, and then I have to wake up, and then I have to fucking go back downstairs. You know, everyone's already sleeping. I went to sleep a little early and tried to, and then I wake up and my heart rate's up. Right? It's fucking beating. I feel like I'm wide awake. So I'm downstairs again at midnight trying to go back to sleep. And then I wake up every 2 hours, and I wake up at fucking 5 o'clock anyway in the morning. So the night is kind of wasted, right? So for me, I have different ways and methods to control my anger. And it's very difficult. I'm not gonna say impossible. It's difficult to do so. It is one of the hardest things. But what the therapist told me was, let's go through. She goes, I'm really concerned about your anger, especially your thoughts of killing people. I was like, listen, I could fucking easily take a knife and stick it through someone's side of their neck. I could take it, put it through the side of their neck. They might not die, right? But it can cause a lot of pain. I might hit a vertebrae, they're paralyzed. There's different things that go through my head. And I can easily feel like I can ram my car straight into someone and listen to them tumble over the roof of my car and then fall flat in a fucking pickup truck, run them over for me. Like, that's how fucking, it's at that point, right? I'm at that point. So let me open up this thing. Not gonna do it, right? Not gonna do it. That's why I don't express how I feel to people. Oh, excuse me, when you're calm, take a second and tell me how you feel. Okay, here's how I feel. I want to take this knife. I want to sharpen it on a stone from Fred Flintstone. And then when I'm done, I'm going to take the point of it and I'm going to shove it into the side of your neck slowly until you start to scream a little bit. And then when you start to scream a lot, I'm going to fucking stab you right in your larynx. And now you can't scream no more. But you're going to feel a slow, terrible pain. You may not even die. You might have to live through this. But for me, I'm expressing how I feel when I'm calm. I don't know where. Anyway, that's kind of where I was. Anyways, was that too dark? Good. In some families, this is from this called anger. I wish. Let me pull up my screen. Just like if I was at a PowerPoint, if I was like a PowerPoint douche. Let me pull up my screen, and then this is what it says. In some families, anger is seen as more acceptable than other emotion. A person might express anger in order to mask emotions that cause them to feel vulnerable, such as hurt or shame. I like this better, right? This makes more sense. Anger triggers are people, places, situations, and things that set off anger. Your triggers can provide clues about your emotion behind your anger. Anger is an emotion that tends to be easy to see. Yeah, when someone's angry, you can tell. However, anger is often just the tip, hey yo, of the iceberg. Other emotions may be hidden beneath the surface. This is where it gets juicy. This is where I start to understand things a little bit better. Anger may be fueled by different emotions at different times, or by a combination of emotions. However, anger is just anger. So, easily put, this is what I always say, anger is not one emotion, right? It is an emotion, but that's not the reason, right? I'm not angry because I'm just angry. I'm angry for a plethora of different emotions that I'm feeling, whether it's that day, that week, that PTSD, right? People don't put that to the side, guys. There's PTSD, right? There's something in your past that triggers you. And something, a smell, a fucking pumpkin spice coffee you want to fucking throw in someone's face. Why am I drinking it? It was free. It was free. And I'm not enjoying it at all. Like pumpkin spice coffee, black. You know what this tastes like? Not pumpkin. Maybe spice. I may be allergic to it. Find out. But something will trigger you, right? So she told me and gave this to me. And she goes, okay, I want you to read all these emotions in blue. Okay, so let's read them. Let's read them together. We have sadness, disappointment, lonely, overwhelmed, hurt, embarrassed, frustrated. I'm reading this backwards, by the way. Pain, helplessness, grief, hungry, always, insecticide. Oh, insecure, anxiety, stress. I don't know what that says backward. Threshold, threatened. This one looks like it says credit, but it says tired. Contempt is interesting to me. Guilt, are we done here? I think there's more. Oh shit. Jealousy, scared, and shame. She goes, let's go through all of these emotions. These are also emotions. And let's see which ones you feel. I said, you don't have to say anything, nor do I have to go through them one by one. I'm going to say all. So no shit. I feel, how do you do this with two fingers? Come on, Mac. There it is. The tip, just the tip of the iceberg. That's a strong tip, right? So that's anger. So what they say is, oh, thanks. Yes, all of them, Uncle Ed, for sure. Here comes the barking. Dogs, they hear something. See, they're getting angry because they're being triggered by something. What do you feel? Threatened? Do you feel contempt? Yes. they do. Shut up for a second, please. I'm gotta get through this. Ah! Please, do me a favor. Oh, no editing. It's Amazon. All right, Days, it's enough. It's no one. They're just dropping off a package because no one knows us. And if they're at the door, I don't want them here anyway. So if they're actually waiting at the door, I want to talk to them. So anyway, okay, so I felt all of them, especially grief, right? Grief is something that, anxiety, I'm sorry. What did I tell her? And then contempt. Contempt is, I believe, like rageful feeling. I want to make sure I'm not messing this up, but I remember talking with her. I asked her what it was because I don't know, and I don't have contempt. Let me just Google it. Thank you, Google. I have no contempt. A feeling that a person or a thing is beneath consideration, worthlessness, and deserving scorn. So, me. Disregard for something that should be taken into account. The offense of being disobedient or disrespectful in a court of law. I don't know what that means. What about me? The feeling that a person or thing is beneath consideration, worthlessness. So I guess. So yes, that is where I fall, not rage. Right? I fall there. And frustration. I've been very frustrated lately for what? Yeah, fucking no. You know, everything. Everything just frustrates me now. Is this the fall thing? Seasonal disorder? It can be. It's coming to fall. It's starting to get darker outside. I fucking hate it. Like, I'm not a fan of that. I like the sun. I like being outside more. I like walking the dogs and not being afraid a coyote's gonna eat me. Unfulfilled. Thank you. Shit. This pumpkin spice doesn't make me feel fulfilled. I'm still drinking it because I need caffeine. Unfulfilled. So true, man. And overwhelmed, I guess. You know, it's a bunch of things that we can collectively make into this big snowball, right? And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna fucking just throw it at someone because you're tired of holding it. It's making your hand cold, it's freezing. I would say fireball since it's anger, right? But snow kind of made sense right now. If I could touch, if this was a cartoon and I was actually the Human Torch, I would take a fireball of my emotions and fucking throw it at someone, you know, with Human Torch. Okay, yeah? No, he wasn't angry at all, but he just had this wild emotion, right? And he would be able to, whatever he did, it would throw fire. So I don't think he was really that angry though. He was just a fun guy, apparently. But that's what I would do. Like, I would take it and it becomes anger. So what do you do with it? Like, you just fucking throw it to people that just think it's a fireball, right? You think it's a fireball. It's like, what's wrong with you? I'm angry. I'm fucking. But that's like frustration. That's contempt. That's helplessness. That's embarrassment. All in one fucking fireball, right? All these feelings and emotions that's like. And I'm just trying to squeeze it and condense it. Fucking please just bottle up these stupid emotions. Sad, I'm disappointed, I did nothing with my life, I'm a piece of shit, I make no money, my dad just died, my dog just died, I lost my business, I have no friends, where the fuck am I? I gotta pick up my kids in 2 hours. I gotta get rid of this shit. Take that, Mexicans. I didn't mean to say Mexicans, but they're all outside the house right now, and they fucking block me in all the time. They block my car in the garage. They just park their trucks everywhere. They fucking leave wood and nails. I changed my tire 3 times, so I didn't mean to call them Mexicans. I meant to say construction workers, but in that emotion, I should have watched my mouth. Like I said, I should have sat down and thought about it, and I didn't. But anyway, that's kind of what it is. And understanding, like I feel better, obviously now, but I feel better when I recognize the other emotions other than anger, right? When she put me through that exercise, and she was like, why don't you just write down the other emotions that you feel and write down like what's making you sad? Why do you feel disappointed? Well, and yeah, it's going to be a fucking whirlwind of crying while you're doing it. Right? But it's just an exercise for you to express your emotions when you're calm, right? That's what we said, that's what Google said. But like, when they just say that generic, how do you do it? Well, this is how you can do it, right? Look through the other emotions that you feel and what is it that's causing your anger? And that's it. You know, it was really a good exercise. And then, of course, before I'm angry, I take the ice. I haven't been doing it in a long time, but temperature control, where I'll take the ice, I'll rub it on my face, on my head, my bald head, my ears. I'll cool myself down, literally. And then I'll go exercise or go for a walk, something intense where my heart rate goes up. And then by the time you're done, you're forced to breathe heavy. And then once you're done breathing heavy, you just lay down and you just relax, you know, and it will take you away from that higher SUD score, that higher thermometer temperature, right? Sometimes they call it the SUD score. It's your tolerance or the tolerance, yeah, whatever, doesn't matter. It's not tolerance, it's a word. It's a word that I don't know what it is. Distress, your distress tolerance. And it kind of, if you're at 80, you gotta do something really fucking hard to get back down, because if you don't do it, you're gonna stay at 80 for a long time, if not go to 100. You know, it's easier when you're at like a 30, 40, when you start to feel a little like shitty, so I fucking hate people a little bit. Then that's when you start doing other stuff to like calm down, like meditation, smell a candle, eat something nice, enjoy yourself, watch a movie. When you're at 80, there's nothing you can do. There's no movie that's gonna help you unless you watch fucking Bloodsport. You're like, well, I'm gonna watch Bloodsport. I'm gonna fucking fast forward to the end. I'm gonna watch The Fighter. I'm gonna fast forward to the end. Any awesome movie with competition, you just fast forward to the end. Fuck the middle. Right? Just watch just the end of everything, and you'll feel fantastic, and you'll go want to fight everybody. And I don't know where it was. I lost it. And then cool yourself down. Literally have to change your temperature because you're at 80. So get ice, drink cold water. A big thing that they made us do was we'd have like frozen water, or round 14 of Rock, you fucking won. Get him! Who is this guy, bro? Who is this guy? And then he loses. And then just take the ice, put it on your wrists, ears, wherever you gotta do, right? And it'll kind of help you cool down. But the story, really fast, the reason I'm very concerned with the anger is because I know it's in my DNA, right? And me and my brother talk about it all the time. Like, anger is it's in our blood. It's in our chemistry. And you can't say it's not. You know, there's things that we are born with. And some of them is, you know, some of it's empathy. I have that, you know, that's for sure. But with that comes there's other stuff, you know. You can be angry, and you can tell in my bloodline, like people are angry in my family. And I don't know if it's just the angry Asian thing. Maybe just Asians are angry in particular. I'm not sure. But for me, I had a dream that I was just like getting so frustrated and angry, and I was blaming myself for everything. And that's what it felt like. Like, I didn't know exactly what was happening. I forget actually, but I do remember the feelings that I was having, and everything felt so real. Everything felt so real. Everything felt so real. And then I think for a second I was about to like explode. And then my dad tapped me on the shoulder and said, "Stop doing that." And I didn't know what to do. Like, I kind of like, what? And it just kept repeating, "Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Stop doing that." And this is the point of the dream when you wake up, right? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. And I woke up and I was like, what the fuck's going on here? And I woke up crying, bawling, crying, because it actually felt like he was with me. Like, I felt him, man. Like, I'm also Asian, where I believe in supernaturals and spirits and energy. I felt him. And it's even more importantly that I felt him say, "Stop being angry. Stop doing that." Because it's in our bloodline, right? So who do I see it next in line? It's not gonna be Phoenix. Sage the Rage. I see it in her. You know, I see that anger in her, which is good, right? It's good. Fucking protect people, protect the family, be angry, like, it's fine. But has she learned to control it? And right now, the only thing that I can do to help her control that anger, she's laughing. is to not portray anger myself. Right, and find different ways to resolve an issue, different ways. So, you know, they catch me, like, fucking piece of shit, like in the car, like I'm, you know, road raging like crazy, that I have to catch myself. But like, they are now watching. She's the new one in the bloodline that can have the angry Asian anger. Like, it's just, it can. And it doesn't help me in any way, right? The anger is great for when I'm sparring, which I don't ever tap into anyway. Like, I'm too fucking nice now, which is something else I'm going to talk about in the next chapter or the next thing. But for me, that dream kind of told me to take a step back and to really work on anger and work on myself in that way. Because there's something, you know, you could say it's a sign, I can say it's real. I can feel that he talked to me. You know, in that dream, I felt like he was right fucking next to me. It was creepy, great at the same time, but then so sad that I had to wake up. You know, and then when I woke up, it just felt so real that I lost it. Like, I lost it. I was crying all day, especially that morning, because I just didn't know what it meant. You know, it took me a minute to understand what it meant. And then I understood what it means, you know. Because I was inside that dream, I was getting frustrated. I remember feeling that, like I was getting frustrated. I couldn't figure things out. I didn't know what the hell was going on in my life. It kind of felt like every emotion we just talked about, right, in that fireball. And then he just like stopped me, and he was like Iceman. He was like, stop it, calm down, stop doing that. Thanks, Dad. You just iced the Human Torch. It's impossible because the heat. The temperature of my heat is so much higher than the temperature of your ice, but you still did turn it down a little bit. And it made me realize that there's other things besides myself that I have to work on this anger for. Because, you know, I have to control it. Otherwise, I can do stupid things. I get myself into stupid trouble. And I will say things that I don't mean. You know, I do not mean, I mean, yeah, I definitely mean it. I definitely mean it. But in a fake world, right? Not in a one that's going to actually harm somebody and do that. So that's the thing that I do now. You know, it's kind of go through these different feelings or emotions and write it down. Write down what's honest to you. You know, you got to be honest. You can't be like, why am I sad? Well, I'm not sad. What's sad? Yeah, you are. You're sad for reasons. Like this, I listen to my chem. I know I'm sad. Trust me. I understand it. It's like, I'm disappointed. You're not disappointed. Why are you? No, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. Oh, you're not lonely? You got your family here. Motherfucker. I'm lonely. At the same time, I'm overwhelmed. And I feel embarrassed at times. And I feel hurt and helpless and pain and frustrated and insecure and hungry and grief and anxiety. And I feel all that shit. But what's the reason? You know, write those bad boys down. It's time for some self-realization of what's causing the anger. What's causing all this problems to throw fireballs, you know? But I do have to go. It is time to go pick up Phoenix. Thank you guys for coming out. I appreciate it. If there's anything you want to talk about, let me know. But I will next week. I'm definitely going to talk about what is it? Oh, I forgot. Shit. I fucking forgot. That's all right. I'll see you next week anyway. All right. Peace out, guys. I don't want to be late. How do you turn this off? Not sure. This out.